Claressa Shields might just be too good in general. She beats Lani Daniels in a fight that really picked up in the second half of the fight. It was an awkward fight, but it got pretty decent. I think what made it good was Lani Daniels was not intimidated by Shields, so to speak. She was able to trash talk with her. She was willing to move excessively in the beginning, but then stand with her and trade. I'm not really sure what her game plan to win was. It felt like she was kind of a jazz player figuring out what to do in real time in there. But it created some form of drama, and I think that's been the thing that's been hard with Shields fights is she is obviously like a very special figure in boxing. She's achieved things no other fighter has really done. Yet that being said, there's only so many women's fighters that we know of, and there's only so many that interest us seeing these potential matchups. And quite frankly, there's not really bouts out there at this heavyweight division that I can think of that excite me. Maybe outside of Franchon Cruz DAZN, maybe she could fight up there. But really, all the matchups kind of are at 60, or she could get back to 54. And it's kind of crummy, right? Because let's say Shields now in her life, she feels like this is the best weight for her to fight out. She's strongest. The talent pool isn't very deep. So you're watching someone at their ideal weight class fight. But then at the same time, you could push back and go, okay, Vasyl Lomachenko, if he had been at featherweight, I think he's the greatest featherweight ever. He looked unbeatable at featherweight. He looked like one of the best fighters. He's not a big guy, but he ended up moving all the way up to lightweight. I think partially just because he wanted to challenge himself to a certain degree. He wanted to, get fights that got him motivated, and he also chased history and won first shortest period of time to win 3 titles, etc., 3 division world champion, such and such. But I think it's interesting to see where Shields kind of, because she's built this star, I wouldn't say persona, like she has star accolades. And now she has to kind of find dance partners that can get us as excited as we should be. And whether right or wrong, that's just what it is. And she's in divisions where outside of her, we don't really follow these divisions. And I think the most interesting and compelling matchup right now is Shadasia Green or Franchon Cruz. Franchon Cruz beat Shadasia Green. Shadasia Green beat Savannah Marshall. But I don't know what's next, because Shields is having performances, but I don't feel like since the Savannah Marshall fight or the Christina Hammer fight, we've gotten to see Claressa show her best, because some of these opponents just don't have enough to completely challenge her. I think she's working hard and doing her best, but I just don't think we're getting the absolute best out of her, because there's a gear these other fighters just quite frankly don't seem to have. So I hope that however much longer she has left in the sport, because I think it's closer to less than we think, I hope she gets one of those matchups.